Hey friends, what's up? Ash here. Welcome back to Gents. Hope that you're doing well. I want to give a shout out before I start today's video to William, you know who you are, who actually keyed me in on this. He dropped the knowledge on me so that I could drop the knowledge on you. So thanks, man. Appreciate that. So what are we talking about today? Well, we're gonna go over 12 different fragrances that women love. Like, these are certified bangers if you're looking for compliments. And we're gonna go over how you can get one of those, which is the one that I actually went ahead and already scooped myself doing this for over half off. And it's a fragrance that typically you just don't really find discounted. And you already know which one that is. So let's jump into it. Let's talk about it. So guys, I have a link in the description, which is gonna take you directly to what I'm talking about here today. So if you wanna check it out, it is linked below. Now, what is it that we're talking about? Well, my friends, we are talking about a sample set from none other than Sephora. Yes, Sephora. And like I said, I already bought it. So mine is already on the way. It hasn't arrived yet, but you already know what I'm doing when it gets here. Well, if you don't know, I'll tell you. So what is the sample set? Okay, the sample set has 12 different fragrances in it, samples of each one of the fragrances. And within your package is a little certificate. And you can use that certificate like a golden ticket, like Willy Wonka's golden ticket, to either go into a Sephora and exchange that for a retail size bottle of your fragrance of choice, or you can go to Sephora's website, which is what I'm gonna have to do, because apparently you can't do this at Sephora's inside of JCPenney's, and that's what I have locally. But you can go online, same deal. Pick out the fragrance, use the little code, get that bad boy for free. Technically, it's not free because you paid for the sample set. So what I'm gonna do today is go over those 12 fragrances in the sample set. I'll tell you how much those retail for and the size that you get with the little certificate. And I'll let you know my thoughts on each one of these fragrances. So let's just jump into it head first. So the sample set cost $72 US. Shipping was free when I bought mine, but I had to pay taxes, so it came out to like $79.02. And like I said, you get a sample of each one of these fragrances that I'm gonna talk to you about inside of that set, and a little certificate that you can use to get a free bottle. It does have to be one of the 12. Like, you can't use the certificate on literally anything in Sephora. It has to be one of the 12. All right, so what do you get samples of? Well, you get a sample of this, Dolce & Gabbana's Light Blue Pour Homme. And if you use the certificate for Light Blue, you get a 75 ml size bottle of it. And it retails for $74 for a 75 ml size bottle. So that's not like the greatest deal on earth. Yeah, you get like $2 off and you get the samples. So I mean, you're getting more than if you would have just bought the bottle outright. So I mean, that's a win. But out of everything we're gonna talk about here today, it's actually the cheapest one as far as the overall price for it, though you do get 75 mils instead of 50 mils, which most of the other ones are, but still. So Light Blue, this is a classic aquatic men's fragrance, very popular. I mean, it's one of Dolce & Gabbana's best sellers. For me personally, not really love, but if you're looking for an aromatic, salty aquatic men's scent, you could do worse than Light Blue Pour Homme. I do think it's one of the more boring choices here in this lineup, but you know, to each their own. You can also get this one, Aqua de Joe. It's the original Eau de Toilette. Maybe it would have been more exciting if it was like Aqua de Joe Eau de Parfum or something like that they included in the sample set, but Aqua de Joe Eau de Toilette is the best-selling men's fragrance of all time, so I guess you can't really argue it too much. And if you're just getting started in fragrances, you definitely need to know about this one. And if nothing else, man, you can just get that sample away to somebody who's getting started in fragrances. Like, here, Aqua de Joe, educate yourself. White florals, citrus, aquatic notes. This was my signature scent for a long time. I've gone through untold bottles of this. It is a compliment destroyer. Like, legitimately, this stuff is crazy. Nowadays, I'd rather go with Profundo Lights, or Profumo, but the OG holds a special place in my heart. 50 ml size bottle of this goes for 75 bucks. So, I mean, it's pretty much like Light Blue, you know? It's a good deal, but it's not like a great deal. And one of these is a great deal. The next one after that is Gucci Guilty Eau de Toilette, which is actually one of the more expensive fragrances in the whole set. A 50 ml of this, $92. Gucci Guilty gets hated on in the fragrance community, but if you're talking about like how do normal people approach it, they love it because it's very clean, fresh, easy to wear, little touch of sweetness to it. I actually think Gucci Guilty Eau de Toilette and Gucci Guilty Black are not that bad at all. Really versatile scents. And for me personally, I would absolutely take Guilty over Light Blue. The next one is Replica Jazz Club. Yeah, that one, yeah. I do not own it. And I gotta be honest here, I would buy 2 of these sample sets and do a little rigmarole here if the bottle of Jazz Club that they gave you with the little certificate was the 100 ml size bottle, but it's not. And unfortunately, for whatever reason, Maison Martin Margiela has done the Replica line in such a way that it's either a 30 ml size bottle, which is like a little dinky 1 ounce size bottle, or the full 100 ml. No 50 mils. Or 60 mils, you know, something in between. So you either get the little baby bottle or you get the normal bottle. And this certificate gives you the 30 ml bottle. So that's why I wouldn't go for it personally. But that 30 ml bottle, it's $76. So, I mean, you come out ahead. And if you get the sample set and you just love that one so much more than everything else, you know, I wouldn't fault you for getting it. It's just, I personally would rather have the bigger one. But of course, Jazz Club, I have smelled many times. It is a great fragrance, one of the best ones from the house. And if you're looking for a boozy scent, man, you can do a whole lot worse than that. What else is in there? Well, we're almost getting to the good part. I'm actually going in the order that they listed on the website. So that's why we're doing it in this order. You can get Invictus Platinum 50 ml size from Paco Rabanne. That goes for $82. So yeah, slightly more expensive than some of the other ones we've talked about. And I don't mind the inclusion of this one in the pack because Invictus is a line that, love it or hate it, people in general react very positively toward that line. And going with Platinum, going with the new one here, you know, a lot of people may not have had much experience with that. So it's cool to see it in there and, you know, kind of flesh out the whole list. And I don't hate Invictus Platinum. I mean, I don't like it as much as Invictus Victory, but I think Invictus Platinum is solid. Then there's this guy in there, Phantom, my little robot overlord. This one goes for $78 for a 50 ml size bottle. Again, not anything crazy as far as the deal goes. Very sweet, heavy on the vanilla, heavy on the lavender. It's a little divisive, of course. Some people really hate this one, but other people have had such good luck with this that they just love it. I've heard a lot of people sing the praises of Phantom. Not my personal jam, you know, I'm not really a big fan of Phantom, but definitely has its place. You can also get this one, which may be one of the ones that I would actually go for if I didn't already own it. It's Luna Rossa Ocean from Prada. 50 ml size bottle runs you $80, and this is just a wonderful blue fragrance. Like, it's very clean, it's fresh, it's modern, it's sweet, it does pretty much everything that you would want a blue fragrance to do. Versatility is there. I think the bottle looks slick. I like everything about Luna Rossa Ocean. So if you don't have that fragrance, you know, maybe that's the move. Maybe you try everything out and you're looking for something that's just going to be usable in just about any situation. You go for that one. And this is going to bring me to the big daddy. The reason I decided to do this video, the fragrance that I myself am going to be using the certificate for 100%. What fragrance could that be? Well, of course, it's Tom Ford's Ombre Leather. As I said, this is why I wanted to make the video, to fill you guys in, because I think this is just a sick deal. Almost feels like a hack, like an oversight in a way, but hey, if it's there, if it's available, not doing anything wrong, yeah, go for it. So it's Tom Ford's Ombre Leather Eau de Parfum. It's not the new version. And I don't own Ombre Leather Eau de Parfum in that signature collection bottle. I own Ombre Leather 16. As I've complained about many times, you know, I don't want to pay retail price to get Ombre Leather when I already have this. So I just haven't up until now. And that's because a 50 ml size bottle of Ombre Leather retails for $150. Yeah, $150. Ombre Leather is constantly and consistently sold out at discounters. And at most discounters, they don't even really mark it off that much. Usually it's gonna be around like $140, something like that. You know, it's barely even really a discount. The cheapest I've seen it at discounters is, you know, in that like $115 range. And then it sells out pretty quickly. So yeah, it's a hassle. So to me, that is the sweet spot here. That is the must buy. That is the must do, because it's $72 for the set. And then you get 12 samples and the certificate. Then you take the certificate, you immediately trade that in, if you're me anyway, for Tom Ford Ombre Leather, which is $150 typically. So you got those 12 samples, you got the little bag and all that stuff, and you got ombre leather in a still sealed, full presentation from a retailer store for $72. That's a freaking deal. That's pretty sweet. I've already ordered it. Like I said, it's already on its way, baby. And when it gets here, I'm taking that certificate. I'm getting that ombre leather. You've got 4 more options. All the ones I've already talked about, but you still got 4 more. So let's talk about those really quickly. Valentino Uomo Born in Roma. That's one of your options. And this smells a little similar to Invictus. It does lean youthful, has a bit of a minerality to it, good amount of sweetness. It is a compliment puller, very versatile. And this one runs $82 full retail for a 50 ml size bottle. And to be fair here, some of these fragrances, yes, you can get them discounted pretty heavily, but other ones, you actually can't. Like Prada Luna Rossa Ocean, that one typically not marked off all that much. Valentino, the same thing. A couple of these ones coming up, same thing. So it might even be a good buy for some of these other ones, but I think ombre leather. Or you could get Versace's Dylan Blue. 50 ml size of this goes for $75. Now, if for some reason you got this in and you thought Dylan Blue is the best, I love it so much, this is the one I want, I would still tell you that you should pick one of the other ones most likely, because Dylan Blue at discounters you can get for a pretty good amount off. So even though this one may be the one that's most to your liking, I would say don't use the certificate for that. But this is a really nice blue scent, has a great opening, very appealing, has a nice incense note mixing with ambroxan as it dries down. Dylan Blue is a great everyday type fragrance, a great easy reach. Now this next one, I'd say it's probably the best deal here other than the Tom Ford, and it's Spice Bomb Infrared. 50 ml of infrared goes for $99 retail. Viktor & Rolf is a brand that doesn't get marked off heavily at discounters. So Spice Bomb Infrared, for $72 plus you get the samples, not a bad deal. It's very sweet and spicy, grew on me a lot over the time that I've had it. Initially, I thought it was okay, not great, but then as I wore it more, I really grew to appreciate it. Very nice modern take on a sweet, spicy DNA. Infrared, really good stuff. And then the last one is a 60 ml size bottle of YSL's Y Eau de Toilette. So this is going to be the new version of Y Eau de Toilette, the reformulated version, if that makes a difference to you. And a 60 ml of Y Eau de Toilette typically goes for $89 US. So technically a better deal to get Y EDT through this whole certificate thing than Luna Rossa Ocean, because this is worth more and you get 10 more mils of the fragrance. It's a very classy fragrance. It's not too sweet. It's not heavy-handedly sweet. It's very fresh, great in the office or casual situations. And it's the type of fragrance that you could wear in more formal situations as well in like spring, summer, and early fall. So there's your 12 choices. For me personally, it's a no-brainer, ombre leather. That's the first one you need to look at. Past that, I would say Spice Bomb Infrared. And then directly after that, Y Eau de Toilette and Luna Rossa Ocean kind of in that third spot. Those are the ones that I would key in on personally. Those are the ones that I think are the best buys. And I think all 4 of those, there's going to be one that catches your attention. But of course, as I said, just get whichever one makes you happy at the end of the day. I just wanted to bring this to your attention because this is the best way that I've seen so far to scoop that ombre leather. And I'm getting it myself with my little card as soon as it comes. I looked through everything. It doesn't say that there's an expiration date on the card from what I've seen, so that's good. So, I guess technically you could gift it, this December or something if you wanted to. And I don't believe that there's any way that they could walk it back and say, oh, wait, we screwed up here. Ombre leather, you can't have it. I don't think there is. So yeah, there you go. As I said, link down below in the description in case you want to check it out. Thank you guys for hanging with me today, and let me know which one of these 12 you would personally get and why. Stay safe out there. See you again tomorrow with another video. See you guys.